School. This is Lusaka Round 2020.
Scholars, we are so happy to have all of you here. It is the 5th year for the World Scholars Cup to be in Zambia. Many of you have not been here for that entire journey, a few of you have though. But can we put our hands together for this incredible host school?
It's been an absolute pleasure to have our 5th ever event here in Lusaka, hosted by Rhodes Park School. The last 2 days have been a truly incredible experience for everyone on our team and hopefully for all the students that have joined us. In the past 2 days we've welcomed over 600 students from about 14 different schools in the Lusaka and the greater Zambia area.
Welcome you to this Lusaka Round 2020.
And exceedingly humbled to welcome you all to yet another year at the great school of all, Rhodes Park School. I'm greatly honored and indeed happy to have all of you here. Last year, I welcomed 10 schools that registered and came for the event. The round only had 384 scholars, 66 adults, and now I am saying today we have 14 schools from across the country, 569 scholars, 63 adults, giving us a total of 632 registered delegates. In light of this and the seating capacity of our shelter, we had no option, ladies and gentlemen, but to have two opening ceremonies, namely the blue well and the red well, respectively. May I take the opportunity to recognize the new delegates joining us for the very first time. Thank you, to you all, I say thank you for joining us and welcome to the global community. World Scholars Cup is an international academic program with a mission to inclusive enrichment for students of every background, aged between 10 and 18 from both state and private schools. Its objective, ladies and gentlemen, is to inspire in each one of you the passion of learning and empower you with a toolkit to new skills and a sense of global citizenship. Over and above, it promotes reading, research, and communication skills in learners. From 2006, when the organization was funded by Daniel, the World Scholars Cup has attracted what it calls a global community of future scholars and leaders, and it has now participation from over 50 countries. World Scholars allows you to discover strengths and skills you never knew were in you. However, despite World Scholars Cup being a competition technically, it focuses more on bringing students from different cultures together to discuss issues and ideas relevant to today and the future, which I believe you will do as you will be doing your assigned tasks as scheduled. As most of you will be aware, this competition has 3 stages. The first round being the regional round, which is what we are doing today. Next is the global round, and finally the Tournament of Champions, which is held annually at Yale University in Connecticut City in the United States of America. My hope is that your journey will end in the USA in November this year. I wish to conclude and wish you all the best. Thank you.
At this point in time, allow me to welcome to the stage the World Scholars Cup team. Teshin Modley, Mr. Modley. Joseph Hall. Joseph, please come to the stage.
So, can you please put your hands together for Mr. Charles Soto? I distinctly remember the very first time that I visited Rhodes Park School. It was 5 years ago, and I came here to talk to the former head of the school, Mr. Henry Kwambaluta. I got his name wrong, but he was the head of the school. And he said, I have a very excited science teacher who I think will really like this program. So I waited in the office over there, and a few minutes later, in walked Charles. I'd never met him before, and ever since then, he has fallen in love with this program. He's a very big reason why so many of you are here. He's the reason why this round has grown to nearly 600 scholars this year. We owe a great deal of gratitude to Mr. Charles Soka. Scholars, please put your hands together for Charles. Scholars, we are so happy to have all of you here. It is the 5th year for the World Scholars Cup to be in Zambia. Many of you have not been here for that entire journey. A few of you have, though. But can we put our hands together for this incredible host school, Rhodes Park School, for hosting us for the 4th year in a row. It has been really special seeing this event grow over the years. I think we've nearly doubled in size. Are we going to do it again? Will we have, what, 1,200 people next year maybe? That scares me a little bit. That is slightly scary. Also, we are very excited to share that right now we are being broadcast live on Hot FM. So scholars, say hello to everyone on Hot FM. So yes, alpacas cause a bit of confusion, but they are an important part of the World Scholars Cup. In fact, scholars, in the World Scholars Cup, many of you will be looking at these alpacas and thinking, I wish I could take one home with me. You might be thinking, I wish I could give that alpaca a home. And you know what, we have good news for you, because at the end of the event tomorrow, all of you will get to adopt your very own alpaca. We want to make sure that this is not just a serious 2 days, but that instead it's 2 days where we can celebrate the new skills that we'll practice and the new knowledge that we'll learn. And the alpacas help remind us of that. Yes, we can do serious things, but we don't have to take ourselves so seriously that we forget to enjoy the learning that takes place. Because scholars, learning is a lot like a road trip. It's not just about reaching your destination, it's about what happens along the way, it's about the journey. You see, scholars, sometimes when you're writing an essay and it's been really difficult, or you just lost a debate, you just need someone to comfort you. And so maybe you feel like that during today. All you have to do is come back to the opening ceremony venue, pick up an alpaca, and give it a hug. It's time for us to recognize a very important group of people sitting in this shelter. So scholars, there are a number of people here who trained you, prepared you, registered you for this event. Your teachers have played a big role in getting here. If you're a teacher here at this event, or perhaps even a parent, can you please stand to be recognized? They have already done so much to bring you here today, because they are also going to adjudicate your debates. Goodbye to them. Scholars, wave to your teachers and say bye-bye. And they will follow me to a secret chamber, where we will be briefed in the art of debate. You might have experience with other kinds of debate before, you might have done to those other debate formats. So let's start with the very beginning. If you open it up, it's got some space for you to take notes. We will collate from you during your debates.
And with the 5th year being hosted, we could never have been expecting this level of growth that we've seen. Over the past 2 days, the scholars have done a number of incredible events. They've competed in debates, where they've had a chance to share their voice and share their opinions with the people around them.
Schools should teach classes on how to make mistakes. And the reasons we are given to back this notion up. The school environment is safe because when you make a mistake in your class, the teacher is not going to kill you, the teacher is not going to injure you, the teacher is going to help you learn from that mistake, rather than you going out there and making the same mistake that you did in school. Secondly, In school environments, you are surrounded by people that you can talk to and ask on an opinion or a matter concerning your classes.
As Albert Einstein once said in a quote, a person who makes a mistake.
If schools encourage these children to make mistakes, it will equal them motivation and self-motivation.
In the morning and says, I want to make a mistake.
And that will keep you enclosed and you don't want to explore.
Mistakes might become illegitimate.
Strongly against the motion that stage. The schools should teach classes on how to make mistakes.
Just on the first debate, it was really encouraging and nice.
And yes, we did just with the first debate. My adrenaline is so hyper right now.
That we just put God first.
Amen.
Because we couldn't do this without Him. The competition as a whole is very fun. It's enjoyable. We see positive results.
It's been very engaging and it's very fun activity to do. It teaches you lots of stuff academically. Plus the team debates improve your public speaking or confidence in front of others, meeting lots of other people, finding strengths and weaknesses within yourself, and making you a better person when you finish.
And even when the child is alone, they encourage the children to do things the parents already know how to do.
No one should search for new planets to live on instead of trying to.
Mistakes never lead to failure. Is that other planets cannot be inhabited because there are no oxygen, and with these 2 points are resurrected.
Then later that day, they did a writing event where they shared their essays, both creative and traditional, to show us how they could use the pen to express their views on different subjects, whether it was the future on Mars, or whether it was how they should interact with their friends. We wanted it to be an opportunity in both of these events for them to share their voice, both spoken and written. After that, the scholars took a scholars challenge. This was a multiple choice exam studied over a curriculum that we posted on our website. The scholars have been studying for months in preparation for this, and we've seen some incredible scores here at this event. They took this multiple choice exam, compiling all the knowledge that they've been working towards for months.
I'm a mother to Chisanga and who's in grade 6 at Rhodes Park School. Chisanga has been a world scholar from last year, and I've noticed some significant improvement in the way he's started approaching life. He's more confident and more articulate. I think the World Scholar program is very good for the children. It makes them more sociable. I think he's made more friends since he started. And last year he was able to attend the round at Rhodes Park as well as the one that was held in Durban. And it gave him a lot of exposure. A lot of preparation goes into what the team does. And yeah, we're
Learning this and learning that. Why don't you just start with that basic and then have to be simple?
I have some proof right here. It's
And we came together in this great theater on the second day. Where the scholars did a little bit more exciting things.
I'm at the Lusaka Round
day 2 at Government Complex.
My name is Logan Muir. I'm a representative of the World Scholars Cup. I come from a number of places, as does most of our team. It's been an absolute pleasure to have our 5th ever event here in Lusaka, hosted by Rhodes Park School.
My name is Muchindu Mwananyanda and I go to Gaba College.
From the Lusaka International Community School.
My name is Tunia Basila of Changa Secondary Trust School.
I'm Jacqueline Ngando. I'm one of the teachers or one of the educators. I'm from Belva College.
My name is Ayande Kampamba and I am from Banani International Secondary School.
Iskwim Lopoto. I'm coming from Rhodes Park School.
My name is Patricia Namutunda and I'm coming from Pinewood Preparatory School. I'm here at the World Scholars Cup for the first time. It's just amazing how 10-year-olds can come up with constructive arguments against the topics that they're given.
I think my favorite part is the team debates. It's most easy.
And I definitely feel like it has been a great learning experience because I found out different parts of myself that I didn't necessarily know.
It is a competition in hindsight, but what it really does is make you love learning more.
It's this program that helps innovative young minds just shine.
My favorite part about World Scholars was the debate because we won all 3 debates.
I really enjoyed the collaborative writing part because I like writing.
The writings and the essays.
Debating, collaborative writing. I'm looking forward to getting at least more than 4 medals.
The awards ceremony and the debate showcase.
The debate.
Debates, because we won all 3 of our rounds.
Alpaca adoption.
The award ceremony, because I believe my team will get a lot of medals.
The award ceremony and the food. Yeah, we haven't eaten all day.
Can I go and eat now? I missed breakfast for this.
Receiving medals.
I've seen my other friends perform on stage.
Everybody becomes a better debater and everybody gets to know each other.
We started the day with the Scholars Bowl. Now the Scholars Bowl is an event where we give them and their teammates a clicker. They then work together as a team to answer a series of questions that we project onto the screen. One thing that we really value at the World Scholars Cup is interdisciplinary learning. For the scholars to see connections between the things that they learn in the classroom, the things they see every day. But more than that, also for them to see connections between subject areas, whether it's seeing literature and science or seeing social studies and history. These are really important values to us.
Scholars, I must say, this is extremely disappointing. Once you have finished taking those selfies, return to your seats. Raise your left hand. These are the backup toes that you use. Scholars, we take celebration very seriously. We have an official way to celebrate. Yes.
But one of the most important values that is probably confusing to most of you right now is the stuffed animals that have been surrounding us. At the World Scholars Cup, we have a mascot, and this mascot is the alpaca. The alpaca means so much to us.
Because this is the Alpaca Balance Challenge.
For us, we want students to take learning seriously, but we don't want them to take themselves too seriously. We believe that in everything that they do, they can have fun and be passionate about while they do it. That's why we have these alpacas. It's a solemn reminder of the connectedness of our world, but also that we can have fun and enjoy everything that we do, even if it's serious. And those non-serious events took place later on in the day.
Fun to the whole competition. It's not all academic. It doesn't weigh a student down. And if you put an alpaca on your head, you become smarter. It's a fact.
And I promise to never, ever, ever, like really ever, to eat my
Mine is called Pinky. Pinky.
Where we had a scholars show. We had 15 different students come to the stage and share their unique abilities with us. Today we had some students who sang, some students who danced, some students who showed their knowledge of TikTok, the social media trend. And whatever it is, we want them to have that opportunity to share, because that's what the World Scholars Cup is all about. Sharing their voice in debates, sharing their words in writing, sharing their knowledge of the challenge in the bowl, and sharing themselves in the Scholars Show. And what we hope for this year is that these scholars take that away with them. They go home and they realize that they are part of a global community of sharers and of scholars. Because from here, our scholars will have a chance to qualify for one of our global rounds.
ceremony. So it is only right that we do award you for all that hard work and achievement. But because there are so many medals to give out, our team cannot handle giving them out all on our own. We would like to call up to the stage some of those individuals from our host school, Rhodes Park, and some of the other participating schools who have helped with the growth of the program here in Zambia, making this event one of the largest anywhere in the world this year. But before we do call them up, could we please put our hands together once again for our hosts, Rhodes Park School, for hosting us for the fourth year. And we would like to call up to the stage the head of Rhodes Park School. She welcomed you at the award ceremony yesterday. Scholars, can you please put your hands together for Mrs. Siabwanta? We would also like to call to the stage the head teacher from Woodford, Miss Ubini. Please join us on stage. And we would like to call to the stage from that school, Mrs. Hannah Chapenzi from Lusaka International Community School. From the non-international school, Ms. J. Poopy, please join us.
They go home and they realize that they are part of the global community of sharers and of scholars. Because from here, our scholars will have a chance to qualify for one of our global rounds.
brought you into this world and support you each and every day. Scholars, give it up for your parents. And parents, thank you for joining us and supporting us and believing in this crazy program. And we have already thanked them once, but we are indebted to the many people, teachers, former scholars, who have made this event possible. We have had an amazing crew of volunteers at this event. We could not have done this event without them. And scholars, although we mutually thank people, the people they continue to aid. And
around the world. These global rounds will gather scholars from all over the world. Now, from these 6 global rounds, the scholars will qualify for our final event. We call it our Tournament of Champions. Our Tournament of Champions takes place every year in the United States at Yale University, where we gather over 3,000 scholars from over 60 different countries around the world. We've been gathering scholars from Zambia for 5 years now, and we hope to continue to gather more and more scholars for the years to come. And what we hope for this year is that these scholars take that away with them. They go home and they realize that they are part of a global community of sharers and of scholars. To conclude, I'd like to say and extend my gratitude towards Rhodes Park School and towards Lusaka as a whole for welcoming this program with open arms, for sharing with us in this mission of learning and of fun and of course of alpacas.